Hey, class of 2025, this is Miss Whittington, and we are going to continue our course selection. This is part 2 of course selection. So in our last video, I asked you to number a document 1 through 8 or a sheet of paper, whatever you can keep up with. And we went over our 5 required classes, which are English, math, physical science, our freshman experience, and wellness. Today, we are going to finish up our course selection with our fine art options and our electives. So let's go. So looking at your paper, you should have number 6, number 7, and number 8 that are blank. And so I'm going to give you some options for your fine art. You have to have a fine art credit in order to graduate. So here are some of your options. If you are interested in band and you want to be in marching band, either winds or percussion, you will put marching band for number 6. And for number 7, you will put concert band. If you do marching band, you have to do concert band as well. If you are not interested in doing marching band, then you can just do concert band only, which would be your number 6. If you have any questions about band, you can contact Jim Burton. His email is on the screen. It's jburton@clevelandschools.org. Another option that we have is the color guard. We love the color guard, especially on our Friday night football games. If you're interested in color guard, you do have to audition with Andy Wendorf, and her email is right here on the screen. It's awendorf@clevelandschools.org, and that can be considered your fine art because it is dancing, and there is like an artistic mode to it, I guess is a good word to use. So color guard is only like one course, so it would be like your number 6 if you are interested in doing that. Next, we have choir. We have 3 choirs here at CHS. The first one is Renaissance. A lot of people are familiar with Renaissance because they have the sequins. They do the singing and dancing. They have dance camps this summer. You have to audition for Renaissance. But if that's something that you're interested in, then for number 6 on your sheet, you would write Renaissance Fall, and for number 7, you would write Renaissance Spring. You have to take both of those. Our other choir is a concert choir. It's Ebony and Ivory. It's a boy and girls choir. No dancing. You still also have to audition for that choir. So on your sheet, if you're interested in Ebony and Ivory, number 6 would be Ebony and Ivory in the fall, and number 7 would be Ebony and Ivory for the spring. Like I said, both of those choirs require an audition. Both of those choirs require an audition. And so you can contact Chip Atha. It's CATHA@clevelandschools.org and ask him about audition times. If you love to sing but you do not want to audition, we have something called beginning choir. And so if you just love to sing and that's something that you're interested in, maybe you want to do beginning choir your 9th grade year, kind of check out both choirs and maybe audition, your 10th grade year for one of the other ones. You would just write for number 6, beginning choir. So if you are not interested in band or choir, these are your fine art options. You can select Theater 1, Theater Appreciation, Music Appreciation, History of Rock and Roll, Music Theory, Art 1, and Art History. I am not going to go through what each of these means because it would take a really long time, but you will also find our course catalog attached, and if you will do a Command F and type in the name of the course, you can read a little bit about what you do in each of those classes. So depending on what you chose for number 6, you have 7 and 8 blank, or you have just number 8. So you either have 1 or 2 more spaces left to fill. And these are going to be your options. We have several options. The first one is automotive, which is our like auto mechanics. We have aviation if you're interested in learning how to fly. We have robotics, cosmetology, intro to engineering, digital media, which is like our, you guys have Radar TV, I believe is what it's called. So it would be similar to your news broadcast that you have at CMS. We have computer science. Computer science leads into a really cool class called cybersecurity. So that's a really cool option. We have journalism. We have leadership too. FX is a leadership class, so we consider that leadership 1. So in the spring, you can take leadership 2. We have web design, welding, we have intro to business. I know that there is a handful of you guys that are currently taking computer apps. That also counts as intro to business. And so if you would like, you have the option to take business communications. We have health science, criminal justice, junior ROTC, culinary arts, intro to teaching. And like I said, with those, I'm not going to go over each one of them. You can look in the course catalog. You're going to have a little bit of time before we do our course selection. You can do Command F, search for one of those titles, and read a little bit more about the course. Our last 2 options are honors classes. And if you will refer back to my last video about what I said about honors classes, these are kids that have strong work ethics. They have good attendance. And once you're in them, you do not come out of them. So we'll talk about Spanish 1 and Spanish 2 first. If you look at your sheet and you chose your fine art, you would have to take Spanish 1 for number 7 and Spanish 2 for number 8. You have to take the foreign language in the same year. So if that's something you're interested in, those are honors classes. They do count towards Radar Scholar, so that is an option. And then our last option that we have is AP Human Geography. The kind of student I'm looking for AP Human Geography has great attendance. They're already currently in honors classes and maintaining A, B grades. They have a strong work ethic. Looking for those Dr. Fickleys, like advanced social studies, kiddos. AP class means advanced placement. And what that means is it's basically college credit. And so it is a difficult class for any of my kiddos that are looking for a new challenge. So that is definitely an option and available to that student. So those are our options. And so by now we should have numbers 1 through 8 completed for your course selection. Just wanted to go over a couple of dates with you. May 3rd, we will be doing course selection in the afternoon. So in the morning, you're going to take your TCAP, and in the afternoon, we are going to do a Google Meet all together, and I will walk you through selecting your courses. In July, in PowerSchool, your schedule will populate, and then we will do tours again at the beginning of August, and this time you'll actually have your schedule and you can find your classes. So if you need anything, you can send me an email, but I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Thanks.